Imagine living in a house filled with love and trust, only to have it shattered one day. This is not a hypothetical scenario, but the harsh reality of a woman hailing from Uttar Pradesh, now residing in Ghaziabad with her husband and in-laws. In a relationship, trust is as essential as breath is to life. For this woman, her husband was her world. She had blind faith in him, considering him nothing less than a deity. 5 years of marital bliss, and not once did she suspect him of any wrongdoings. She had never seen him talking to another woman on phone, never doubted his intentions. The love and trust she had for her husband were unwavering and strong. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. 6 months ago, she noticed a change in her husband's behavior. He started distancing himself from her, physically and emotionally. When questioned, he shrugged it off, claiming he wasn't in the mood. She was a mother of 2 young children, both still in their diapers. Observing her husband's attitude, a seed of doubt was planted in her mind. She decided to investigate, and what she discovered was beyond her worst fears. Her husband was chatting with another woman. But this wasn't any casual conversation. The chats were filled with words of affection and intimacy, characteristic of a husband-wife relationship. Tears welled up in her eyes as she read those messages. She confronted her husband, and he casually dismissed the woman as a friend. But she knew better. She knew this was more than friendship. The woman was his co-worker. They worked in the same office. Her world fell apart, her trust in her husband shattered. Every corner of the house echoed with her silent cries. The man she worshipped was involved in an extramarital affair, and the pain was unbearable. But the worst part was his denial, his refusal to acknowledge his mistake. Her peaceful life was disrupted, replaced with constant worry and distress. But she had to stay strong for her 2 young children. She was living in a nightmare and desperately seeking a way out. The emotional turmoil she went through is unimaginable. Discovering your partner's infidelity shakes the very foundation of trust in a relationship. The woman found herself in a whirlpool of emotions, a mix of shock, betrayal, hurt, confusion, and anger. She had idolized her husband, trusted him blindly, and now she felt as if her world had collapsed around her. Her husband, instead of acknowledging his actions, chose to deny any wrongdoing. He dismissed their intimate conversations as mere jokes, a mere friendship, nothing more. But the messages she read were beyond friendly banter. They had an undercurrent of affection, an intimacy that exceeded the boundaries of friendship. Her heart ached, not just because of her husband's betrayal, but also because he refused to admit his mistake. Instead, he accused her of misunderstanding, of being narrow-minded. This gaslighting added to her emotional turmoil, making her question her own judgment, her own sanity. Despite the emotional upheaval, she tried to stay strong. She had 2 young children to think about, their innocent faces a constant reminder of her responsibilities. They were too young to understand the complex dynamics of adult relationships. Their well-being was her primary concern, their happiness her only solace amidst her own despair. She found herself in a constant state of anxiety and distress. Sleep eluded her, her mind constantly replaying the hurtful revelations, the painful confrontations. Every moment was a battle, every day a struggle to keep her emotions in check, to put on a brave face for her children. She's in a state of constant anxiety and distress, trying to find a way out. She's looking for solutions, for advice to navigate through this difficult phase. She's trying to cope with the harsh reality of her husband's affair, trying to find a way to rebuild her life for the sake of her children, for her own sanity. In this time of crisis, she reaches out to you, seeking advice and a solution. This woman, a wife, a mother, a daughter-in-law, is in the throes of a predicament that has turned her world upside down. Her trust has been shattered, her peace of mind stolen, and now she stands at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. She's not seeking sympathy or pity. No, she's stronger than that. She's seeking wisdom, guidance, a solution that can help her navigate this storm. She's holding on to a glimmer of hope that somewhere out there, someone has the right words, the right advice that can light up her path. She's grappling with a situation that's all too common yet rarely discussed openly. The pain of betrayal, the agony of a broken trust, and the dilemma of a path forward. She's not alone in this. There are countless women out there who are silently enduring similar situations, bearing the burden of their pain in solitude. She's hopeful that by sharing her story, she can reach out to others who may be facing similar dilemmas. that in this vast digital ocean, she might find a lighthouse, a beacon that guides her to a resolution. She's hopeful that her voice resonates with others, that her plea for advice doesn't go unheard. She's not just seeking a solution for herself, she's also hoping that her story can help others in similar situations, that her tale of sorrow can become a catalyst for change, a beacon of hope for others who are silently suffering. In the face of adversity, she's choosing to speak up, to seek help, to reach out. This act of courage, of vulnerability, is her first step towards healing. It's a testament to her resilience, a beacon of hope for others in similar situations. She's hopeful that sharing her story can help others in similar situations and perhaps bring her some peace. She's reaching out to you, to us, in her time of need. Let's not let her plea go unheard. Let's lend her our ears, our hearts, and our wisdom, because sometimes the only thing that stands between despair and hope is a helping hand.